Hey everybody, it's Chris from the Eagle Hush channel, and it is hot as heck out today. Well, it's only in the mid 80s, but for me that's hot as heck. I can't do any work if it's above 80. And I want to talk to you about these indoor air conditioners, these portable air conditioners they sell. They're all over the place. They're starting to get pretty affordable, but they have one major problem with it. I'm going to show you how to fix that problem real easily. So these air conditioners, they're inside, which is nice because you can put them out any window, and it works if you have casement windows, those windows that fold open and stuff, and all these weird window situations where you might not be able to fit an air conditioner. It works good. But if you look at an air conditioner that's running outside, there's a lot of water in those, and the water drips out into the ground outside. Well, when it's mounted outside, it doesn't really matter. But when it's inside, where's that water going to go? And I was told that if this is on cool, it doesn't create water. But I found out quickly that wasn't the case. I had it running for about a week, and then when I pulled this plug on the back, a bunch of water came out. So I had a 5-gallon bucket behind here that I was collecting water, but pretty quickly it was filling up a 5-gallon bucket in a day. There's so much water in the air that I had to pull out. And one time I had it running and forgot about it, and it just soaked this carpet. This carpet was completely wet for feet and feet out under it, underneath the couch and everything. So I ended up pulling this whole carpet out, drying it outside, drying the mat that was underneath it outside, and I knew we needed a solution quick. So for a temporary solution, I put in one of these water level sensors, which is meant to help blind people when they're filling up a cup of liquids to know when it's full. And I put this on the edge of the bucket and it'd give me a little warning. Now that's a temporary solution, but the real solution is what's called a condensate pump, and it's meant for either dehumidifiers or some air conditioners in some situations where they're creating a lot of water and we need to pump that water out. Now, I'll show you. Condensate pumps can be 100 and something bucks, but I found these condensate pumps from Vevor. If you've watched some of my other videos, I got a portable diesel heater from Vevor that was really nice. Here's a link to it up in the corner. Vevor is a pretty nice company. They do a lot of cheap stuff, really important stuff that guys need to run their shops. There's a lot of tools in there for really, really cheap. So here's what they call a Vevor condensate pump, and it's got a small, there it goes. So it's got a small reservoir down here, this square, and there's a float. There's actually two floats in here, and when one of the floats reaches the top, it activates this pump and it'll pump the water out. So all you gotta do is add a hose, and then I drilled a small hole below my heater vent, and then it drains the water out there, and all you gotta do is plug this in. It even has this really nice attachment where it's got these two wires and a second level sensor that you can connect to an alarm. So you can connect this to an alarm, so if this pump ever goes bad, it'll let you know before it actually starts overflowing. But this thing actually runs maybe every hour or so and pumps this out. I also have a dehumidifier in the basement that was filling up a 5-gallon bucket every like 2 or 3 days, and I always forget about it, so I put one of those in the basement too. This was actually the thing that gave me the idea, as I tried solving that problem. I was like, oh, I'll just get a second one for this AC too. Now these things both together cost me less than $100. So both together were less than the price of one normal condensate pump. Now this is really the solution to these because they pull so much water out of the air. There's no way to keep up and remember how quickly that bucket's filling up. I even have someone in my family who was complaining about having to get up in the middle of the night and empty these buckets. So I'm going to send them the link to this condensate pump, and this is the ultimate solution for these indoor heaters. If you have one of these indoor heaters, make sure you've got this plug off the back because it will start filling up with water. And see, you can see there's some water here. That's how I actually noticed that there was some sort of water issue, and then that's when I pulled the plug and realized there was so much water coming out of it. So the solution is this. They call it a ref center tank pump. It's also known as a condensate pump. But the solution to the indoor heaters is a condensate pump. So make sure you get that condensate pump. I'll put a link to one in the description below. If you like this video, make sure to give me a thumbs up. Check out some of my other cool house instructional videos so that you don't have another water leak somewhere else. I did a water leak on my washing machine that I almost had another disaster, so check that video out. Give me a thumbs up, comment below, and let me know what you think, and I'll catch you guys later.